We take you into that Florida courtroom. George Zimmerman on trial for the murder of Trayvon Martin. The defense almost over. The case almost ready to head to the jury. ABC's Matt Gutman tells us about today's big moments in Zimmerman's defense.
Jurors spent hours today listening to a renowned pathologist, Dr. Vincent DeMaio, dissecting images of Zimmerman's bloodied head and face.
I believe the EMS thought he had a fractured nose.
The defense parading that blown-up picture for the 6 jurors to see.
I think you have 6 identifiable injuries.
Still, after 11 days of testimony, the defense working to bolster Zimmerman's claim of self-defense outlined in this police reenactment.
I shot him, and I didn't think I hit him because he sat up and he said, "Oh, you got me. You got it. You got me. You got it." Something like that.
And working to build his credibility. Earlier in the trial, another medical examiner testified that Martin couldn't have spoken after being shot, as Zimmerman said he did. DeMaio says it is possible.
If I, right now, reached across, put my hand through your chest, grabbed your heart, and ripped it out, you could stand there and talk to me for 10 to 15 seconds.
The last witness today, an African-American neighbor, testifying she heard Zimmerman's voice in this 911 call.
Do you think he's yelling help?
Yes. Based on the fact that I've only heard George's voice and it's a light male voice, I would say that it was his.
We've been watching these 6 female jurors take furious notes for weeks now, but now that is tapering off, and they've even started to decline breaks. Analysts tell us their apparent hurry to get through with this means they've likely already made up their minds. Diane.
It's really interesting, Matt. Thank you. Matt Gutman reporting in. And now let's bring in ABC's chief legal analyst, Nightline anchor Dan Abrams. All these weeks almost over. Take us back to what you think was the turning point so far in this trial.
The testimony of the neighbor and eyewitness, John Good. He had the best vantage point. He had the clearest testimony about exactly what happened during that altercation. Here was the key moment.
The person who you now know to be Trayvon Martin was on top, correct?
Correct.
And he was the one who was raining blows down on the person on the bottom, George Zimmerman, right?
That's what it looked like.
Okay.
So that was so key because
no matter who started this incident, if George Zimmerman was on the bottom and getting pummeled, he can argue self-defense, and the prosecution has to disprove it beyond a reasonable doubt. You can make an argument that John Good, in conjunction with the injuries that George Zimmerman had, is reasonable doubt.
So does that mean you think it's going to go the way of the defense? It's over.
I think it's almost impossible to think how these jurors could follow the letter of the law based on the evidence that's been presented and convict of either murder or manslaughter.
Manslaughter included?
Absolutely.
And is there another lesser charge even below manslaughter?
It's possible that the judge will allow even lesser charges there, and then we'll have to see what the jury would do, but that's to be determined.
So almost over, but going really well for the defense.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Dan Abrams.